Hi, today on Brenda K, did you know that you can actually clean your air? Yep, clean your air. Hey, welcome back to Real Estate with Brenda K. This is the show where we talk about everything and anything to do with your real estate. And as I was saying today, we've got the guys here. We've got Ron and Byron. Thank you so much. They are with Aerus. And today we're going to talk about one of the most important things in your house and one you absolutely never think of, the air.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, because I never think of it. So tell us a little bit about your company. And
Certainly. So our company is called Aerus. We've been in business 95 years. We specialize in air quality. Our biggest kind of thing we do is air and surface purification. So we actually developed our technology for NASA for the space station. So we do the air quality there and we monitor it. And we can do that same technology in your home.
Yeah.
So we'll clean the air, but also the surfaces of contaminants with the virus control, the invisible stuff. The dust is one thing, but also the VOCs, the formaldehydes, mold spores that can be in your home, mildew, virus control. We can do it all with our technology.
Perfect. Okay. And Ron, you brought it into the city.
Yeah, well, through Byron, he has a shop here in Bedford, and so as a sales guy, I go out.
I'm going to trade your spots.
Sure.
Just because I'm turning back and forth. There we go. Are we all lined up? Okay, perfect.
Yeah, so basically, if you're in the HRM area in Nova Scotia vicinity sort of thing, I'll take care of you. Come out to see you, and we can assess your property, see what would be best, for them.
I want to share a story too about one that you just did look after for me.
Yes.
Okay. So first I'll ask you, Byron, tell us a little bit about the system, and we're going to put some pictures up so you guys can see. You didn't bring a little portable unit today with you?
I didn't. We have different sizes, so and we fit it kind of for every home. So we have standalone units that can do 2,000 square feet per hour. We have systems that can just can plug into the wall and float on the wall and do 500 square feet. We have ones that do 1,000 square feet, standalone units. And then we have ones you can put right into your ductwork. So you have a heating system in your home.
Right through your
We can do the whole home at once. We can also do it for if you have a mini split heat pump is really big now. So we can install it right onto your mini split heat pump, help keep your heat pump clean because of all the issues that's out there on that. And then take care of your home at the same time.
So tell us a little bit more. We'll explain to the viewers. When you say VOCs, what do you mean? Yeah,
so VOCs are volatile organic compounds. So when
they're in the air, just kind of.
They're in the air anytime you're, especially building a new home or renovated a home, all the off-gassing of all the man-made products. So from the gyprock to the flooring, the paint, the new furniture.
I didn't know that till you told me that all these materials put
an off gas. Yeah. Any man-made product will put an off gas. Sometimes it's that funny scent you get off like a plastic bag. And that generates, because we build our homes so airtight is part of the issue. We're trying to conserve on energy and heating loss. But because of that, we build it so tight that the gases can't get out. And then we're inhaling them all the time. And you are what you eat and you are what you breathe.
Right. So true.
Yeah. You 4 pounds of water a day, 6 pounds of food you consume, but you're breathing 36 pounds of air. And there's no filter on our lungs.
Yeah, because you have your liver, your kidneys that'll process, that, but you're breathing into your lungs. There's no filtration other than this the cilia or whatever, the hair in your nose and so on. So you need you need filtration.
Yeah,
basically. It's getting more popular all the time. There's a lot more studies coming out from Canada talking about poor air quality in women can have a higher breast cancer rate. Poor air quality can have if you're pregnant, you can have a lower fetal rate. Dementia's been connected now to poor air quality for your home and everything, and even how you feel. I get even myself from a high VOCs or formaldehydes is part of the VOC family. We get almost like a cold or an allergy comes on to me, and we want to clarify that then.
Also, too, the World Health Organization also basically said indoor air quality have come out to say it's going to be one of the pronounced problems moving into the 21st century.
Yeah.
Because of our houses being so tight.
And think about even just now out in the world, the way they are trying to clear the air and the pollution and everything else. So any pollution, this basically inside your house, that's where you're going to walk into that pure air.
Exactly. That's where you spend 90% of your time. Is inside. The average statistics are. 1 in 5 people have allergies and asthma. So with that, we want to help with it. And you can put a filtering, a lot of companies have and you can buy at department stores a filtering system, just a standard filter, but we have what's called Active Pure. And Active Pure is a honeycomb cell system, and it generates kind of our Active Pure technology, we call it, and that will go out and denature VOCs and destroy them, killing viruses.
And it lands on
levels.
surfaces too, like you were explaining to me. If someone comes over and they have a cold and they're, touching everything and
Well, it creates that hydroxyl. What is it? What's that natural occurring disinfectant?
Well, peroxide.
Peroxide.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that was natural.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's a natural peroxide is always in the air. It's the second oldest natural disinfectant behind the sun. So we're inhaling it now, so our machine kind of gathers that and sends it out in a natural, safe way. We're in hospitals with this and hotels.
Yeah, and now bringing it to families' homes, because I want to talk. I had a friend of mine, and she has a little one, and he's only a year old, and they're always catching something like a cold, this, that. So I called.
Well, see, at the daycare too. You've got a couple kids in daycare.
Yeah, small children, and we have one of our daycares that my kids are in. We have it laid out in the whole daycare, and there's also a reduction in sick days and breathing issues and everything, because it's so transferable all the time.
Well, tell us a little bit about what you did with my girlfriend's house there.
Well, yeah, your friend, had some issues. Her son, and she couldn't really pinpoint, just an infant, but he always seemed to have something,
he was always catching
cough
something,
or whatever, and she couldn't really pinpoint it. The doctors couldn't really help. I mean, you can only do so much with an infant. So, she took the step and said, let's get an air test. So Byron came over, he did all the testing.
Oh, you test the air?
Yeah, we do. We offer free in-home air quality testing. That's a big part of it, because we want to see what's there, and then we have a solution to it if it's a certain thing. So we'll test for particles in the air, so at 1 in 5 microns with an air quality tester and a laser particle monitor. We'll also test for VOCs and formaldehydes in the air. We'll test for air humidity and also surface humidity. So we'll test for the walls and if there's anything growing behind the walls or high humidity content. And then on top of that, we'll do a UV light visual inspection in certain areas. And then from that data that we collect, and we do it all on the spot, we can see if there's a solution that we can offer. And sometimes with the customer we went and seen, it wasn't like a red light pointing at something that was one cause. It was a bunch of factors together. So to do that, we give a recommendation of what we recommend for product. Even dehumidification, we focus on a lot, because a lot of the people, Nova Scotia needs dehumidifiers like 9 months
absolutely.
a year.
I tell everybody that if you've got 8-foot walls in your basement, you
need a dehumidifier almost running all the time. So we have a line of that's kind of a little higher end stuff that can draw down enough water to make a difference, because a lot of the dehumidifiers don't cover enough square footage, or they don't draw enough water down at one time. So we have a line that carries that too. So we come up with a solution of different products that they may need if we can help with that. And then we look at what's the best install. So then we start looking at, do they have ductwork like your customer does, or do they have a hot water radiation like most of us? And then we have the standalone units and what areas are the most important. Yeah. And then we see usually a large difference really fast.
Yeah. Well, you were saying she has seen a difference. So you have one in your house. Of course, you have one in your house.
I do.
So can you actually feel the difference, or is there?
So I was at customer's home yesterday that we did the install for, just to check back up with her and everything. And the comments we always hear are the same all the time is the air feels crisp and lighter. It's kind of the definition they're always going to say. It feels like outside, like clean air. Yeah. It's that lightness and that crispness is what we're getting. That's kind of the response we get from most of our customers of how they're feeling about the air quality.
So you can reduce odors as well. So it's kind of weird, because it's the absence of odor that you notice, as opposed to when you walk in and you notice there's a smell. I mean, that's the easy one, but that's why when you walk in, it's like, there's something different. Well, it's the absence.
It's just so fresh.
Yeah, and it's the absence of odor. It's kind of the fresher.
Yeah, we don't use cover-ups. We extract everything out of the air.
Yeah.
And then our systems, some of them have HEPA and charcoal if it's more of a dust and a smell issue. Other ones just have the Active Pure side, and if that's all they need then. So it's we're multifaceted of where we can install the technology, right from commercial, industrial, and residential. We have different size and different kinds of machines
that you can take out. So what kind of costs are people looking at? Cost
wise for us, you're looking at our range is starting around $250 to, you know, could be $3,000 or $4,000
Depending on the unit and the size of
depending
the
on how
house.
many they might need even sometimes, right? If it's more than one little area. So we
Yeah.
have ones that are just made for small bedrooms, and then we have ones that are made for bigger, you know, living spaces. They made
Yeah,
your
like
home.
you said, 1,000 square feet. That's
Yeah.
what you have, right?
Yeah.
In your home.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you know, I was thinking too, you know, for old age homes, or you have an elderly
Parent living home.
parent or something, and you know what I mean, they're sensitive. They can be sensitive to a lot of the different chemicals and things going on, you know, and that's why I was thinking, like, even in Shanix or places, you know, other facilities where, you know, they've, you know, your loved one is there. It's something that you can purchase and give them for their specific room.
Yeah.
And
And you're not getting all the germs and everything associated
Cuts down,
with.
especially if you have a compromised immune system or a low immune system. It helps with all those things,
Yeah.
and because you're not having to fight off those viruses and
All the
bacteria
time.
all the time.
Yeah. This has been super interesting. Would you guys come back again and talk to us about your laundry products?
Definitely.
Okay, I definitely, yeah, you gotta
Certainly.
come back. So, guys, there was so much information there for us to learn. Thank you to Byron, thank you to Ron. We've got their names on the bottom here with their phone numbers. And again, thanks so much tuning in this week, Real Estate with Brenda K. Subscribe to our channel, share and like. This is the channel where you're gonna learn anything and everything to do with your real estate. Cheers.